This is Yvonne Teoh Bource from Connect to Soul, here to inspire and guide you to live your best life as your authentic self. So, I've been away for a while, as you might have guessed. In fact, the last video that I did was in 2019, early December, and on the 12th of December, that is the 12 numerological moment, I experienced a huge life-changing moment which stopped me in my tracks and has really taken to a place where I needed to become very, very still and reassess everything in my life, everything that was going on the outside, on the inside, and where to next. So I thought I'd like to share that with you today, because what it's done for me is that I am really having to look at the remainder of my life, whatever that may be, and where I focus my attention on from this day on. And I'll just fill you in a little bit about the life-changing moment. I was driving on one of our freeways here in Melbourne, very blissfully on my way to a meditation evening, when out of nowhere I suddenly was slammed by a car and thrown into the air and rolled, and experienced a very unusual thing. That was that I was watching my body going through this turmoil, and yet I wasn't there. I was an observer. And what was happening to the rest of me, or the conscious aware part of me, was that I felt that I was being propelled at great speed through this vortex into a different dimension, into a heightened energetic sphere. As you can see, I walked away from it unscathed, in that I was not injured, much to everyone's surprise. Not mine, because I never felt any fear at any time that I was in danger. But it did make me, of course, stop and go, hang on a minute. If you wanted me to stop, this was a little bit harsh. And as a result of that, I have not put any energy into the physical life as such, unless I was guided to do so. And that's what I want to talk about, really, and what I'm going to be talking about from now on. And that is this transition time that we're all going through. And 2020 is a year of turmoil. It's a year of change, and will be for the next couple of years, because we are going through a huge change. The planet is going through a huge change. The galaxy is going through a huge change. It always does, but this particular time is quite, it's accentuated, I guess. So everything that I do from now on is completely guided. I am being told what to say and what not to say, what to do, what not to do, because I've completely surrendered. And that is something that has happened as a result of my life-changing moment. I have completely surrendered to the life force that created me for a purpose. And my life force knows what that is. And you can call that life force soul, you can call it Fred Nerd for all I care, but it is the energy that is who I truly am. And as we always say, I am not a body with a soul, I am a soul with a human expression. And so now I operate from soul. I have in the past operated from soul a lot, because that's what my business is about, Connect to Soul, and I've done it consciously. However, what I did realize is that I was using that to improve my physical experience, and I've let go of that. My physical experience is perfectly fine. But what is absolutely much more important is that my soul experience is heightened. So, I was driving the other day, and I've shared it with some people before in my groups. I was driving in my new car that was manifested by other people. I did nothing, and I ended up with a car that was younger than the one that I lost, and it is a luxury car, and it's just beautiful. And I was driving and thinking, I just I feel so happy and so blessed. I'm here, I'm experiencing this beautiful day, and then suddenly occurred to me that which eye was I talking about? Because I often talk about the big eye and the little eye. The little eye is my egoic self, and the big eye is my soul self, my higher version of me, which we often call the higher self. But with all the work that we do in spirituality, we still have a problem with bringing that in as who we are. It's still outside of us, the universe, out there, no in here. Soul, yeah, we have come to an understanding that soul is here. But when we're talking about our higher self, it's there. No, the higher self is here, but only a fragment of that higher self can live in here. And what I've learned is that the more that I open myself up to experience that as who I am, the more of it I can access, the more of this whole field of consciousness is available to me, the more aligned I am with it, the more I bring it in. And I again, incorrect, the more I realize it is within and I bring it out. Wow, there you go. So my mission from now on is to take us from this three-dimensional fear, doubt, blame, judgment game that we've been conditioned in, and take us into the five-dimensional love, compassion, joy, celebration, and everything else, alignment, clarity, understanding, and oneness with all that is. And, let's face it, if you had a choice, which one would you choose? Well, the thing is that you do have a choice, and I choose at every moment of my life. And it's simple, because choosing that, all that you need to do is feel good. And yes, I can hear you say, well, it's not always easy to feel good. But you see, I believe that it is. I think that we can feel good all the time. Even today, when I know that there is so much fear in the world because of some pandemic that people are talking about that is in the three-dimensional sphere. And I have great love and compassion for anyone who is in that dimension and is experiencing that. But what I do know is that it is a low vibrational experience. And so as long as I keep myself and all around me in a high vibration, and if you're listening to this, then I am really infusing you with a high vibration of love, compassion, joy, celebration, gratitude, appreciation, all of the things that vibrate at a higher level where we no longer have to experience those lower vibrational things. So that's where my work's going to go. It is to teach, to guide, to support all who are ready for this ascension. Years ago, when I probably 20 years ago or more, probably 30 years or more ago, I was introduced to this word ascension. And in those days, it was all about the White Brotherhood, and a lot of people believed that there were going to be, spaceships, and we were going to be lifted up and all of that thing. Well, of course, none of that is occurring or a truth, but the truth really is that the ascension is occurring within us. So we are ascending to coming back to knowing who we are and how, the truth of that we are a conscious spark of this field that creates all things. And the more that we align with that, the greater of the experience in life that we're going to have. So this is where I'm going, and this is where I have been guided to go. So if you're interested in more of this transition period of moving from this old paradigm that is falling apart, because it is falling apart, I have to tell you, because where we're moving in the galaxy, these old fears and these old systems that we have built our reality on cannot exist. So if you're attached to any of those old systems, I suggest that you do some inner work and go, is this serving me? Is it serving humanity? Probably not. So I'm only interested in what serves me as an energetic being of source and what serves all. And as long as I stay focused on that, and I stay focused on celebrating life itself, and I tell you what, when you've had a near-death experience, whether it's been through illness or through a car accident, you suddenly realize that life is here to celebrate, and life is a continuous forward changing movement. So if you think that you want everything to stay as it was, well, I've got news for you. It isn't, from one moment to the next, and that's what's exciting about it. So I just want to encourage you, and I want to support you and guide you to live your authentic self, to find your authentic self if you haven't yet, to live your creative passion, to choose love over fear. You know, it is so important to do that for yourself and for all around you. Now, if you want more of my work, and if you want to hear more of what I'm going to be talking about in future, or you want to contact me personally and see what else I'm about, then I suggest that you join me on Facebook. And the link is, of course, down in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when my next video comes, and click the bell. And also, if you would like a personal intuitive coaching session or spiritual guidance, then you can contact me on Yvonne at connecttosoul.com.au. My website, of course, is connecttosoul.com.au. The links are all below, and that is where we're going. We are going up and ascend within ourselves. We remember that we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Whatever is happening in the cosmos is happening within us, is happening globally. So when you see things, the old things falling apart, don't fear, celebrate, because you know we're moving to a lighter life, a higher vibration. But the moment that you show fear, you fall back into the old paradigm. So be vigilant. Watch every thought, every word, and just be your authentic self, because your authentic self is kind, caring, loving. Turn it to yourself first so that you can radiate it to everyone else. So that is me on my return after my life-changing moment, which has only brought me to a higher understanding, a greater connection, a more joyful experience of my life. So until the next video, let me know. Comment below if you're having life-changing moments, and I will see you soon. I love you, love yourself more. And remember, choose well. Namaste.